Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Matt from Diazzo, coming at you with another album review. And today I'm checking out the newest album from the band Malevolence with their newest album, Malicious Intent. Now, a little background on this band is they come from Sheffield, UK. They are a five-piece metalcore band that's been in the game roughly about 10 years or so. And recently, right before the release of this album, they had an EP and that came out right before Corona and everything. And apparently that was a big game changer for them in terms of like their sound and their presentation because they've been putting in a lot of work. But that hard work finally paid off because it really elevated them to another level of like being one of the newest and hardest working UK metal bands in the recent memory and everything. I've happened to see them twice and everything, so after my review, I will talk about that a little bit. But yeah, let's get into this review for Malicious Intent. Starting this album off, the first thing I noticed was the vocal performance here. There's a lot of reverb to it, which in turn makes the sound of the vocal sound a little weird. The guitar riffs are pretty standard here. Nice heavy bass tuning. Lyrics, they're kind of okay. Overall, the song feels very disjointed and awkward throughout the whole runtime. I didn't know what it wanted to be. It felt very unfocused, I felt.
Even when you're gone, I'll tell them my religion's you and punctures.
Now, this song feels like a true opener to this album. The guitars feel tighter, drums are flowing better here. There's no awkward vocal performance. The clean sounds kind of cheesy, but they still flow better than the first song. There's some low rumbling to the song that really like shakes the ground as you listen to the song. And the breakdown overall, not too bad. So I want to play a little clip of Life Sentence for you.
When your judgment is clouded, words bring silence, but your actions speak louder. No rest for the wicked, beyond exhaustion path.
That guitar sound just sounds really good here. The intro here is really long with the drums, but it does kind of pay off once the song kicks in because it gets really groovy afterwards. Sounds like a new Parkway Drive to me, that more hard rock style and everything. They feel more groovy in terms of like their sound, more metal than they do hardcore. Drums are mixed really well here. Vocals playing out pretty well for the most part. The clean vocals, again, feeling a little bit cheesy here. I don't know about the combination of the lyrics and the clean vocals. They feel a little bit like they're trying too hard to be like hard and like put out this hard effort, I feel, and it just comes off a little weird. This one has a heavy, hard opening with some nice, groovy 70s style guitar riffs. Very interesting combination, I want to say. The drums, pretty solid here, especially the use of all the cymbals sounds really good. The clean vocals, again, they feeling a little bit forced here, and they're not resonating in me. Nice transition to the bass solo. It's just a little low in the mix, I think. Heavy and kind of messy ending. So overall, it's kind of like an okay song. Here we have like a soft post-grunge acoustic track at the start of this song. Surprisingly, the clean vocals work really well with this style. Kind of reminds me of Creed, but with like more emotion, it feels like. And as the song progresses, the drums and bass really kick in to help the song like really swell and pull on the emotions. And I was kind of put off a bit like when the harsh vocals came in because I really like the clean vocals on this song and the overall presentation and feel. And I feel like those unclean vocals kind of killed it a little bit. But overall, it's a super sad song, and the guitar solo is kind of placed at the right time and everything. And the clean vocals, I've been calling them really cheesy, but on this particular track, they go really hard. And to put it into perspective too, just recently saw this song live. Yeah, it's a pretty good song. So here's a little clip of Higher Place.
Leaving my
gets me right here every time. Now we're back to the standard heavy guitar riffs and pounding drums that they're known for. Drums have like a denseness to them and an intensity here that's really good. The bass feels really good overall. And I will say though, the clean vocals, they're throwing me off on these harder tracks. They don't sound that great. On the clean tracks, on the softer tracks, sounds good. But yeah, overall, heavy and very generic breakdown. That's it for the song. Here we have a slow buildup that goes into a big, heavy, and nasty, bouncy sound. Guitars are tuned really well here. Vocals sound really husky and hard. Drums are in the pocket. He's just going at it and it sounds great. The overall flow of the song sounds really good. The breakdown with Matt's feature and everything fits perfectly in everything. Overall, I feel like they made all the right decisions for this song to piece it together perfectly because it's a well-crafted and great song. So here's a little clip of Above All Else. See, Matt's feature just sounds so good. Got a clean transition from the last song to this song. Got some really tight technical guitar work, low spoken clean vocals during the transitions. The guitar riffs do seem a bit familiar and whatnot. But besides the guitars and everything just seems kind of generic and just there. Got some low and heavy riffs here that are hitting really hard. Drum kicks are going off on this song. Got some really good groove to it overall. And I want to say, the cleans sound actually really good here. He's doing a better performance on this harder song with these clean vocals. There's a lot of passion behind his vocal performance, I feel. Decent song structure and the style of playing is really good here. Good breakdown with the slowness and everything. And the drum fills and the double kicks make it an overall pretty solid song. Got some heavy and chunky vocals on this track. Again, some more familiar sounding riffs, I feel. Very slow and heavy song. It's the last song of the album, so it makes sense that they want to go a little bit heavier and slower with the pacing and everything. I get it. I think the lyrics though, they're a little bit too let's say they need some work to be done, because I feel they're a bit too direct and bland or cheesy at times. But then again, I'm not a lyricist, so who am I to judge and everything? But I will say, besides the lyric Armageddon raining down on me, everything else kind of seems a little bit like lackluster. Has epic, like, it's supposed to be like an epic song, but it feels more mild than anything. So just like an okay song. So those are my thoughts on this album from Malevolence Malicious Intent. Overall, there's a lot of, I think, it's a good amount of hit or misses here. And the misses, I think, particular are it's a bit disjointed at times, and it feels a little bit odd with their transitions and choices of playing here. Lots of weird musical choices throughout the album, from like I said, weird transitions, some generic sounding riffs and whatnot, and just at times where it just feels like the clean vocals are holding things back in terms of just how cheesy they sound. Besides on higher plays, they sound great there. And then like another song, I think Salvation, but for the most part, the clean vocals are very distracting and just kind of throw off the flow of the songs, I feel. But I will say the good things about this, the riffs are really tight in terms of production. Like they sound big, boomy. The drums are really tight, and they use a lot of cymbals and a lot of different parts of the drum kit. So it's not so simple, it's pretty intricate. The harsh vocals are pretty good for the most part. I have no issues with them. It's more of the clean vocals. They just come in at weird times and whatnot. The bass is doing its job pretty fine. No real complaints there in that department. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of the clean vocals and some of the, I guess, riffs and transitions they have here throw things off a little bit. So overall, I don't think it's a terrible album, but it's pretty good and everything. And what I said about seeing them live, I will say, maybe they're not the best on record and everything, but in a live setting, they definitely do bring the energy and a really great stage performance. So I'll give them that for sure. Seeing them live, you got to check them out because they have a good stage presence. So kudos to them on that. So I think overall it's an album that gets the job done, gets people excited, even if it does have some inconsistencies and some generic sounding songs every once in a while. Overall, I think this album from Malevolence is a nice 7 out of 10. Yeah, so links down below. Check out this band, support your scene wherever you're at. Check out the local Sheffield scene. One of my favorite bands I don't know why I say one of my favorite bands, but some of my favorite bands are from there. Check them out. Check out this band. I'm Matt. Thanks for coming on by, and I will see you later. Bye.